exercise. If you want to just get exercise, running's good. Basketball can be fun. But more importantly is basketball teaches a lot of the techniques that are honestly really important in life. So there are things like discipline. We also have things such as camaraderie. I like to say that basketball is where boys become men when you really play basketball. Because you learn you have to be responsible for your own actions. As some of you probably notice from your kids, they like to pull around, do whatnot. But basketball, you really have to have discipline. The way that we train a lot tougher. When you go out and play basketball games, you have people it feels like they're trying to take your life, but they're just taking your basketball. But basketball does get incredibly competitive. And I think it's a really good way to train us, especially as a community. For me specifically, I've mentioned before, I play 2 sports. I play badminton and I also play basketball. I coach both, but honestly, basketball means a little bit more to me because everyone plays basketball. It's not just the Asian community. Badminton is predominantly Asian. When I go play basketball, whenever I go on the court, most of the time people just honestly laugh at me and they don't expect me to be a good player. Because 1, it is because I'm Asian, and 2, I'm kind of thin, I'm not the tallest. But I can tell you that as an Asian person, we have a lot of really great gifts. One of the biggest gifts is the fact that we are so light. Because we are so light, we can be incredibly fast, and this is a really good skill to have in basketball. On top of that, most of us, we are very shy. This is more related to the soft skills portion that we also do here. But the fact that we're really shy, we're always very soft, that a lot of other people tend to think that they can pick on us, especially on the basketball court. But basketball is one of the best mediums where you can stand up for I feel that you can stand up for your community too, not just to play basketball. And this camaraderie thing, this is something that a lot of us boys really need. Growing up, we always have a lot of ego. We think that we can always do things by ourselves, we can handle it. But that's actually not really the case. To learn how to operate in a team, that's a really important skill to have when you go off into the workforce, when you grow up. Basketball really teaches these things super well. And for me, I was not always a star basketball player. In fact, I was always the worst basketball player up until when I was in 8th grade, I was still 4'10", so I actually quit basketball. That's why I started badminton. When I started playing badminton, I found out, hey, badminton actually trains a lot of speed. When I went to college, I realized basketball is actually a lot of fun. If I had always known, if I had a coach that could tell me how to utilize my speed to be good at basketball, it's great. Like basketball, everyone plays basketball. Then eventually in college, I had this phase where I was always angry. Everywhere I went, I always thought, why are these people always judging me because I'm Asian? I went to school in Berkeley, so everyone there is predominantly African American. A lot of the best basketball players that go there, they're predominantly African American. They will kind of look at me and just think that I couldn't ball. But then every time I went on the court, I had this chip on my shoulder and this anger to try and take it out on them, show them that, hey, you shouldn't be talking trash about me or my community. That was originally what I was saying. You can't ball. I brought my cousin with me once to a gym that I usually ball at. And this guy, when I walked in, he literally told me, he said, hey, you brought your cousin. Is he trash? That's literally what he asked first thing. So I realized that even if I can play ball and I do a good job, I earn the respect of these people, I still need a good amount of our community to all ball like this, to all be able to do this. That's why I want to coach basketball, to hopefully bring a set of kids to gain more confidence in themselves and understand that just because people say something about you, that's not necessarily who you are, and that you can always work a way around it, right? Some of the ways that we usually work around is we say, when people talk stuff to us, we don't do anything. Instead, we work hard in our career, right? We go get a great paying job. Sure, I respect that. I think that's really good. But sometimes it's good to go direct too. If someone talks trash at you, that doesn't mean you have to talk back. But what you can do on the court is you show up, you play well, you do a good job. At the end of the day, they're gonna get frustrated, but it's a game. You can't break the rules of the game. That's why I think basketball can be really good. When they work hard, some of them have really good talent, they're really young. I believe that regardless what their talent level is, because I'm not the most talented basketball player. A lot of the stuff that I have is purely from hard work. So I think that if we try to play basketball a little more seriously, possibly in the fall, I'd be very interested to coach all of you. And if all you parents are interested, I think that'd be great. That's kind of what I want to talk to all of you about. Do any of you have questions that you want to ask me about?
Good speech. Actually, very touching.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
right.
I try not to go too much into detail because I think that's unnecessary. But really, if any of you have questions, or if you, again, I do want to clarify, I'm not saying I want our kids to go play NBA. I think there's better careers to do. But to actually play ball seriously, you can garner so much more respect than what a lot of us are getting right now. This is a better sport than football, because football, you literally have to be strong. In basketball, there is a way, and I guarantee you, because me, myself, I played against the best of the best, and I'm not, as you can tell, I'm literally not strong. In fact, I'm wearing a sleeve today, because yesterday I went to play basketball, this one African American guy got mad because he didn't think I could be good. He got so mad that he started elbowing me and he caught my arms. I have a fat bruise. That's why I'm wearing a sleeve today. All right, yeah, if you guys have any questions, we still have practice for a few more weeks. Think about it. We would love to have some of you signed up, at least some of you. We're also going to be bringing some other kids in too that are interested in basketball. I have nothing.